To build a great SaaS product, you need discipline. You also need a decent idea, of course, because if you don't have an idea that's worth spending a long period of time for, it's not worth it. But once you have that idea, you need discipline to see it through right to the end. The reason I say discipline is because for a large period of your early days, you're basically spending your time building out the initial features, but you'll also feel like nothing's working out. But this is the period where you're supposed to be working and putting all your time and effort into. There are cases where products blow up as soon as they get released, but a majority of people are in this state in this flat state, waiting for that moment where everything blows up. And generally, a lot of people will only notice that product or that SaaS when it blows up. They don't really see all the effort that was put in, maybe the months or years that they spent when it was in that flat state before that occasion where everything blew up. One example of this is I was listening to a podcast about a product where they created it in 2017, and for the first couple of months or for a while, they couldn't get any customers, or a lot of the customers that they tried to get rejected them. And they still carried on solving the problem, which was essentially scratching their own itch. And over a couple of months, maybe years, as they carried on building their full feature set out, they managed to find their ideal customer, and they got to a point, that occasion came where they managed to get more and more customers and they got the ball rolling, and now they're at a state where they're pretty much looking forward to the future of their company. This flat state can also be where you build up your luck, your surface of luck, where you basically give yourself more opportunities to receive luck. I don't know if that makes sense, but you're basically working towards your goal, and then more opportunities come towards you. It's a weird thing that I don't really know how to describe, but in that flat state is where you can build those opportunities for when it blows up. That's what essentially I'm trying to say. It's a weird state to be in because I find myself in that flat state. I'm trying to keep motivation and discipline because this is where I'm supposed to put my effort in and build out like the rules feature, the export feature, the TikTok feature, and the many other features that I have in my mind, but I can't get ahead of myself and build them out. But I need to go forward one step at a time. So this is just like mainly a reminder to myself to carry on working, pushing through that, and not to feel too envious about everyone else out there. And I should be working, I should be trying hard, and I should be focused on my problems and working on that to improve it, because nothing outside will help me improve what I have working. So I should be disciplined about that. There's also the fact that every couple months or weeks, you have like a new idea, you'll hear something about it and you're like, oh, why didn't I build that? And this is where the discipline also comes in, because you have to be like, ignore that. You're supposed to be working on this. You're essentially going from level 0 to level 1, level 2, level 3, and then you see a shiny new game. You don't finish level 10. So you just drop back and start level 0 again, and then you retry, and you're essentially just never breaking that barrier. I feel that you have to work on the problem that you have or the SaaS that you have for like a longer period than a couple months, like maybe a year, maybe 2 years, to really figure out whether what you're building is truly worth it. Not worth it, but like whether it was time well spent, or not time well spent, that's not the right word, but whether it was a good idea, whether it was an opportunity. Because at 2 years, you're like, oh, it didn't work out. Maybe longer, you'll need longer, but you'll need to work on it longer than a couple months. You can't like expect to release it and then realize, oh, it didn't work out, and then be like, oh crap, this didn't work, and let me try a new idea. There are some people that do that and it does work out for them, but I feel like for a majority of small businesses or like what you're building, you need to spend a good period of time working on that product. And also, like, if it doesn't work out, generally on the second try that you give, because first business that you work on sometimes never really worked out. So when you do give it a go again for another product, you have all this foundational knowledge, the misses that you made, all the experience that you have to jump levels. So skip out on the boss fights that you previously worked on because you've already beaten those bosses. You're skipping out on all the hard bits because you've realized from your experience. So maybe your second business works out, but you need to go through the hardship right now for it to work out then. But this is mainly like for myself, because I feel that I'm in that current rut state and I need to focus, be disciplined, because maybe in a year or two, it'll be different. That's all for me.